It starts like any normal day. You wake up, check your phone, but something feels off. No notifications, no messages. You open your apps, nothing loads. You refresh again, still nothing. At first, you think it's just your internet. Maybe the Wi-Fi is down. Maybe the signal is weak. But then, you look around. Everyone else is facing the same problem. No social media, no emails, no websites, nothing. Within minutes, panic begins to spread. Because this isn't just your phone. This isn't just your city. The entire internet has gone dark. No explanation, no warning, just silence. And in that moment, the world realizes something terrifying. We are more dependent on the internet than we ever imagined. In the first few hours, confusion turns into fear. People restart their devices, check routers, call service providers, but nothing works. Television channels struggle to explain what's happening because even they rely on internet systems. News becomes slow, unclear, incomplete. Rumors begin to spread. Some say it's a cyber attack. Others think it's a global system failure. No one knows the truth. Banks stop functioning properly. Online transactions fail. ATMs begin to shut down. People rush to withdraw cash. Long lines form everywhere. Shops struggle to process payments because digital systems are down. Airports face delays. Flights are disrupted. Navigation systems fail. And slowly, the world begins to realize this is not temporary. This is something much bigger. Because without the internet, modern life starts to break. 24 hours later, the situation gets worse, much worse. By now, it's clear this is not a temporary outage. The internet is completely gone. No recovery, no updates, just silence. Businesses begin to shut down because they can't operate. No online systems, no digital communication, no transactions. Supply chains start breaking. Warehouses can't track inventory. Deliveries get delayed or completely stop. Hospitals face serious problems. Patient records are inaccessible. Medical systems fail. Emergency services slow down. Even basic operations become difficult. In cities, confusion turns into chaos. People rush to stores, buying whatever they can, food, water, essentials, because no one knows how long this will last, and fear begins to spread faster than ever. By the second day, the world starts to feel different, not normal, not stable, but fragile. Traffic systems stop working properly. Signals fail, navigation apps are gone. Roads become chaotic, accidents increase. Communication becomes limited. No messaging apps, no emails, only traditional methods remain. Phone lines get overloaded, making it harder to connect. People feel isolated, disconnected, as if the world has suddenly gone quiet. In major cities, tension rises. Supermarkets run out of supplies. Fuel stations struggle to operate because everything depends on digital systems, and without them, the system breaks slowly but surely. And one question begins to grow louder. What happens next? By day 3, governments finally respond. Emergency meetings are held. Leaders try to understand what went wrong. Was it a cyber attack, a system failure, or something more unimaginable? But there's a problem. Even governments rely heavily on the internet. Communication between departments becomes slow. Uncoordinated military systems operate on limited backups. Critical infrastructure struggles to stay active. Authorities try to control the situation. They advise people to stay calm, to avoid panic buying, to conserve resources. But without fast communication, these messages don't reach everyone. Misinformation spreads. Rumors grow stronger. Some believe the world is under attack. Others think it's the beginning of something much worse. And as uncertainty increases, trust begins to break. Within a few days, the global economy starts collapsing. Stock markets remain closed because trading systems depend on the internet. Banks struggle to function. Digital records are inaccessible. Payments fail. International trade stops. Ships are delayed, flights are reduced, logistics systems break down, companies lose billions every single day. Small businesses shut down first, then larger ones follow. Unemployment rises, people lose income, and with no digital systems, recovery becomes difficult. Even basic services are affected. Electric grids, water supply systems, transportation networks, everything is connected. And without the internet, that connection is gone. The world begins to slow down. And for the first time, modern civilization feels vulnerable. Weeks pass, and the world starts to change. At first, people struggled, but slowly, they begin to adapt. Old methods return. Face-to-face communication, paper records, cash transactions. Communities become important again. Neighbors help each other. Local systems start forming. Because without the internet, people rely on people. Businesses that survive adapt quickly, using offline systems, manual tracking, local supply chains. Life becomes slower, less connected but more real, less digital noise, more human interaction. But not everything improves. Many industries never recover. Global connections remain broken. The world becomes smaller, more isolated, and very different from what it once was. So, what happens when the internet dies? The answer is simple. Everything changes, not instantly, but inevitably. We lose speed, we lose convenience, we lose connection at a global scale, but we don't lose everything, because in the absence of technology, something else returns: human connection, resilience, adaptation, the ability to survive, even without the systems we depend on. And maybe that's the biggest lesson. We built a world connected by technology, but forgot how to live without it. So the real question is not, what happens if the internet dies? It's this: are we ready to live without it?